Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, September 22nd. Today we will continue to have some showers and thunderstorms over eastern areas of the Great Basin, but these will be producing precipitation similar to what we saw yesterday. Otherwise, this system moves east of the region through the middle of the week with no significant impacts across the Great Basin and low fire potential. Otherwise, precipitation over the last 24 hours, we had scattered thunderstorms over the northern half of the region, and you can see all of these produced some rainfall. The areas of wetting rains were mainly over eastern Idaho into Wyoming and parts of northern Utah and northeast Nevada. Yesterday, we saw 15 fires for 151 acres across the Great Basin with zero growth on our large fires. Over the last 7 to 14 days, most of the moisture has been really over northern and western areas of the Great Basin, and some of these areas have been above normal for the last 2 weeks, at least with respect to the time of year. Otherwise, very dry conditions continued over parts of Idaho into Utah, but this does not take into account the precipitation we saw yesterday. ERC percentiles show generally a downward trend across the Great Basin as we saw cooler temperatures and some moisture, especially over central and northern areas yesterday. We have seen some areas in the north go up, but these will be likely coming down with the recent moisture and continued cool temperatures today. Otherwise, all areas below the 50th percentile with the exception of the far north. Looking at our satellite image from this morning, you can see the trough of low pressure moving through the northern areas of the Great Basin, which is what is giving us our showers and thunderstorms over eastern areas today. Otherwise, we will see drier conditions with a ridge building in off the west coast, but we will see an area of weak low pressure off the southern California coast that will slowly track northeast towards the region by the middle of the week, bringing us another return of some showers and thunderstorms to the southern half of the region. Otherwise, today we will see generally low fire potential in all areas with the continued moisture in the east. And even though we will see drier conditions push into western areas, still low fire potential is expected. Today we will see gusty northwest winds over the eastern half of the Great Basin as this trough continues to push eastward. But again, we are seeing higher humidity and showers in these areas, so no concerns with those winds. Otherwise, we'll see drier conditions move into Nevada with many areas below 20% for relative humidity, with temperatures near normal for the time of year. You can see those temperatures in the low 80s on the western side of the Great Basin, but still cool temperatures with the trough in the north and over eastern areas where we'll continue to see below normal temperatures again today. Otherwise, precipitation you can see here on the right, mainly across Utah, eastern Idaho, and into Wyoming. As we move into Tuesday, this area of low pressure off the southern California coast drifts a little bit further north and east, but still not impacting our area. We will see drier conditions region-wide with the exception of possibly far eastern Utah that's still closer to this area of low pressure, may see some clouds and a few showers. Otherwise, generally low fire potential. We will see a slight uptick in northwest Nevada and southwest Idaho as we see drier conditions. You can see that from the relative humidity as relative humidity drops back into the single digits to low teens in those areas. Otherwise, winds will still be light, so still generally low fire potential. We will see some gusty winds still in eastern Utah, closer to the trough, but again, continued higher humidity in that area and some light showers. Temperatures will still remain cool over the eastern portion of the Great Basin, but will start to warm up in Idaho closer to normal for the time of year. And we will be a few degrees above normal over western areas. Otherwise, the only precipitation on Tuesday will be over far eastern Utah. As we move into Wednesday, we're expecting generally drier conditions in all areas with the exception of possibly the Sierra. We could see some showers and thunderstorms return as that area of low pressure nears the California coast. Otherwise, fire potential remains low. Transport winds showing low or light winds generally region-wide. We will see a slight increase in southeasterly winds over parts of western Nevada and the Sierra as that low approaches on Wednesday, but most of those gusts generally in the 20s to around 30 miles per hour. We also could see some buildups and a few light showers in the Sierra, but otherwise drier conditions region-wide. Temperatures continue to climb and we will be several degrees above normal over western and northern areas on Wednesday and closer to normal in parts of Utah. You can see those isolated showers possibly increasing in the Sierra, maybe even far western Nevada, but most of the moisture really remaining into California through Wednesday. 3-day amount of precipitation, anything in Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah is what is occurring today. into tomorrow, and then any of this precipitation in the Sierra is again expected on Wednesday. As we move into Thursday, this area of low pressure slowly tracks across western and southern areas of the Great Basin, so we will see an increase in clouds and showers and thunderstorms, mainly across Nevada on Thursday, especially over the southern half of the region. These will be producing rainfall, so we are expecting generally low fire potential and increasing humidity. On Friday, the low just drifts ever so slowly east, so we will continue with the better potential of some showers and thunderstorms over the southern half of the region, with continued warm and dry conditions up north. Fire potential will remain low through the end of the week and this weekend, as we continue to see that low track across the area. And then by Sunday, it starts to drift into Southern California and weaken, but still keeping the potential for at least clouds and some light showers in the far south. 7-day total precipitation, you can see obviously over the southern half of the region from mid to late week through the weekend. We will see those scattered showers and thunderstorms dropping some areas of wetting rains, but they will be fairly localized due to the convective nature of the showers. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from the end of September into the first week of October, shows generally warmer than normal temperatures expected with above normal precipitation. It does look like parts of the western half and southern portion of Nevada may be on the drier side, so maybe a little bit closer to normal, or at least maybe below normal in some of those areas with respect to precipitation, but it does look like the rest of the Great Basin should be receiving some moisture. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.